Imagine this. You walk into the frozen aisle thinking you're picking up a quick, reliable dinner. You're tired, you're hungry, you want something that'll actually taste decent without requiring 45 minutes of prep work. But what if I told you some of the most popular meals in that freezer case have more sodium than fast food burgers, less flavor than cardboard soaked in nostalgia, and marketing photos that might as well be science fiction? Here's the truth nobody mentions. Frozen dinners are the biggest gamble in the supermarket. They promise comfort, convenience, and home-style perfection. The box shows you golden crusts, perfectly melted cheese, vegetables that look hand-selected by a gourmet chef. But half the time, what you peel back from that plastic film looks like it survived a microwave apocalypse. Tonight, we're exposing that gap between the glossy box art and the mushy reality underneath. And if you've ever stood in front of that freezer case wondering, is this $4 meal actually worth it? Then you're in the right place. Because I'm ranking 5 frozen dinners from absolute worst to surprisingly best. And trust me, at least 2 of these placements are going to make people angry. So before you accidentally waste your money on another disappointing meal, smash that subscribe button. Because we're about to save you from some seriously regrettable dinner choices. Number 5. Worst. Marie Callender's Chicken Pot Pie. Coming in at number 5, the absolute worst on our list, we have Marie Callender's Chicken Pot Pie. And here's the thing. This one feels like comfort food. The box promises flaky golden crust, tender chicken, and rich, creamy gravy. But in reality, this is a calorie trap wearing a homemade disguise. Let's start with the most obvious problem. That crust. The box shows you this beautiful, golden, flaky pastry. But when you microwave this thing, which is what most people do, that crust turns into a soggy, gummy mess. It's not flaky. It's pale, it's chewy, and it has the texture of Play-Doh that's been left out overnight. And get this, one of these pot pies can hit you with calorie and sodium levels that'll make your doctor weep. Depending on which size you buy, a single serving can push you close to a full day's worth of sodium. We're talking over 2,000 milligrams in some cases. That's more sodium than you'd get in 2 Big Macs, and most people don't eat a single serving. They eat the whole pie. The texture inconsistencies don't help either. The gravy tends to pool at the bottom, so the top is dry and the bottom is swimming in liquid. And the chicken. Sometimes it's stringy, sparse, or has that weird rubbery texture. One analysis noted that this pot pie has a comfort first, health last profile. And that's accurate. Marie Callender's is banking on your nostalgia, but what they're actually delivering is a sodium bomb disguised as comfort food. Bottom line, this is a warm hug that turns into a heavyweight. You skip this unless you're absolutely starving and drowning in nostalgia. And if you think that was rough, wait until you see what barely beat it. Number 4. Stouffer's Lasagna with Meat and Sauce. At number 4, we have Stouffer's Lasagna with Meat and Sauce. And Stouffer's is one of those brands that's been around forever. It's a frozen food institution. But here's the question. Is it reliable? Yes. Is it flavorful? Let's call it network TV predictable. The sodium content sits around 700 to 900 milligrams per serving, which is roughly 1/3 of your daily limit. And that's per serving, not per tray. If you eat the whole thing, which most people do, you're looking at way more sodium than you should be consuming in a single meal. But the real issue isn't the sodium, it's the flavor, or more accurately, the lack of flavor. The sauce is bland, like aggressively bland. It tastes like someone took tomato paste, added water, threw in a pinch of Italian seasoning, and called it a day. There's no depth, no richness, no complexity. And the pasta layers can turn mushy depending on how you heat this thing. If you microwave it, you're getting soggy noodles. If you bake it in the oven, which takes forever, you might get slightly better texture, but the flavor problem remains. The value is decent. You get a big tray for a reasonable price, and it'll definitely fill you up. But filling you up and actually tasting good are 2 completely different things. Taste Test Roundups frequently rank Stouffer's as fine, but not impressive. Bottom line, Stouffer's lasagna is filling, cheap, and safe. But it is absolutely not exciting. If this is already saving you from a bad meal, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. Because number 3 proves that sometimes healthy doesn't mean delicious. Number 3. Lean Cuisine Alfredo with chicken and broccoli. At number 3, we have Lean Cuisine Alfredo with chicken and broccoli. And here's the thing. Lean Cuisine is the frozen dinner equivalent of a gym membership. It represents good intentions, but when it comes to actual satisfaction, that's where things get tricky. Let's start with what Lean Cuisine does well: calories. This meal clocks in at around 260 calories, which is legitimately low for a frozen dinner. If you're counting calories, if you're trying to lose weight, Lean Cuisine delivers on that promise. But here's the trade-off. That low-calorie count comes at a cost, and that cost is flavor. The Alfredo sauce in this meal is thin, like watery thin. It's not rich, it's not creamy, it doesn't coat your pasta in that indulgent way that actual Alfredo sauce should. It's more like someone took skim milk, added a whisper of cheese, and hoped for the best. And get this, customer reviews consistently say the same thing. Healthy, but bland. Good for dieting, bad for taste. That's the Lean Cuisine experience in a nutshell. You're eating it because it fits your nutritional goals, not because it brings you joy. The portion size doesn't help either. This is a small meal. You're getting around 9 or 10 ounces total, which leaves most people hunting for a snack afterward. You finish your Lean Cuisine, wait 20 minutes, and then you're back in the kitchen looking for something else. And the chicken quality? It varies wildly. Sometimes you get tender pieces. Other times you get rubbery chunks that have the texture of erasers. The real kicker is that Lean Cuisine markets itself as a solution. But what they're actually delivering is a meal that checks boxes on a nutrition label without checking the box that matters most. Does it actually taste good? Bottom line, Lean Cuisine. Alfredo is great if you're counting calories. It's not great if you're craving comfort or satisfaction. But the next one actually balances nutrition and taste, which is rare in this aisle. Number 2. Healthy Choice Power Bowls. Chicken, feta, and farro, hertikent, huexis chicken marinara. At number 2, we have Healthy Choice Power Bowls, specifically the chicken feta and farro and chicken marinara varieties. Here's what makes Healthy Choice Power Bowls different. They're the overachiever of the frozen dinner world. They're trying to do the right thing on multiple fronts, and for the most part, they actually succeed. Let's start with the protein. These bowls advertise around 18 to 23 grams of protein per serving, which is legitimately impressive for a frozen meal. Most frozen dinners barely crack 10 grams. But Healthy Choice is packing real chicken into these bowls in substantial pieces, and they're using whole grains. The farro in the chicken feta bowl isn't white rice or pasta. It's actual farro, which is a whole grain that has texture and nutritional value. The brand also advertises no artificial ingredients, which is a nice touch in a category where most products read like a chemistry experiment. But here's where Healthy Choice stumbles. The sodium can still sneak up on you. Despite the healthy branding, some of these bowls still pack 600 to 800 milligrams of sodium. That's not as bad as Marie Callender's or Stouffer's, but it's still notable. And the flavor? It's safe. The chicken marinara tastes like marinara should taste. The chicken feta tastes like feta and Mediterranean seasonings. But nothing pops, nothing surprises you. It's background music. It's pleasant but forgettable. Food reviewers often describe these bowls as having neutral or safe flavors. Healthy Choice isn't trying to blow your mind. They're trying to give you a balanced, reasonably healthy meal that you can feel okay about eating. The texture is solid. The ingredients feel real. The portions are decent without being massive. This is a frozen meal that actually feels like food, not like a science experiment. Bottom line, healthy choice. Power Bowls are a balanced option that delivers on most of its promises. You're getting real protein, whole grains, and flavors that work. If you're finding this ranking useful, hit the like button. It really helps the channel cut through the noise. And our number one? That's the unicorn of the freezer aisle. Flavorful and responsibly made. Number 1. Best Amy's Cheese Enchilada. And at number 1, the best frozen dinner on this list, we have Amy's Cheese Enchilada. And here's why Amy's sits at the top. This is the indie darling of frozen food. It's not trying to be the biggest, it's not trying to be the cheapest, it's trying to be the best, and it actually succeeds. Let's talk numbers first. Amy's Cheese Enchilada comes in at around 240 calories with about 440 milligrams of sodium. That sodium level is lower than almost every other frozen dinner we've talked about today. You can eat this without feeling like you need to drink a gallon of water afterward. And the ingredients? They're organic. Amy's uses organic beans, organic cheese, organic tortillas. The ingredient list is short and readable. You're not looking at a paragraph of chemical compounds you can't pronounce. You're looking at actual food. But here's what really sets Amy's apart: the flavor. Reviewers consistently describe this enchilada as rich, satisfying, and surprisingly fresh tasting. The cheese tastes like real cheese. The enchilada sauce has actual spice and depth. The tortilla doesn't turn to mush when you heat it up. Multiple food writers have named Amy's Cheese Enchilada as a freezer staple and one of the brand's best items. When you eat this, you can taste the difference between a product that's been carefully crafted and a product that's been mass-produced with the cheapest possible ingredients. The portion is smaller than some of the other meals on this list, but the quality per bite beats everything else. You're getting satisfaction from real flavors and real ingredients, not from volume and filler. The real kicker is that Amy's has built its entire brand on this philosophy. They're competing on quality, and they're winning. Bottom line, Amy's Cheese Enchilada is not the biggest frozen dinner. It's not the cheapest, it's the best tasting and most consistent. So let's break it down one more time. At the very bottom, Marie Callender's chicken pot pie showed us how a comforting classic can hide sky-high sodium behind nostalgic marketing. Stauffer's lasagna delivered size without flavor. Lean Cuisine's Alfredo proved that low calories don't always equal satisfaction. Then we climbed to Healthy Choice Power Bowls, which are reliable and respectable. Finally, a frozen meal that's actually trying to do the right thing. And at the top, Amy's Cheese Enchilada stood alone. Simple, balanced, and made with enough care that you actually taste the difference. If there's one big lesson here, it's this: don't trust the box art. In the frozen aisle, the best meal isn't always the biggest or the one screaming high protein in neon letters. Sometimes the winner is the one that quietly delivers what it promises without compromising on ingredients or flavor. Let me know in the comments which frozen dinner on this list surprised you the most. And if you want to make smarter fast food choices, subscribe and hit the bell. I'll see you in the next one.